Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. We are dealing with part 3 of this great topic today, what makes resilient people. And I want to start today by saying resilient people are made by strong self-worth. Strong self-worth. You must have strong self-worth. Now, the worth of your life cannot be put by other people. And I want you to understand that worth is not measured by other people. Worth is actually your own self-worth. So in other words, you must put value to yourself. Now, self-value is something that you make up your mind to say, I value myself to this much. And there's nobody under the sun, nobody in this world who's going to take time to really try to put you on a higher value until you start valuing yourself. And the more you value yourself, the more people start valuing you as well. Now, self-worth, therefore, is very important. And too many people overvalue what they are not and undervalue what they are. And that's very unnecessary and very unfortunate. Now, I want to emphasize the fact that don't overvalue what you are not, but please overvalue what you are. Because sometimes what you are, you undervalue it, and it's very important that you do value it. Now, when you start to undervalue what you are going to actually crucify yourself and undermine yourself. And the more you undermine yourself, forget it that anybody will value you. Because when you undermine yourself, you're basically discrediting yourself in everything that you do. I have seen people that goes to interviews, and when they are being interviewed, they ask you, tell us about yourself. You talk about all the negatives about yourselves. You undervalue yourself. You tell everybody about how worthless you are, how disgusting you are, how much a failure you are. And you forget to look at your strengths. And it's amazing that we always crucify ourselves instead of actually looking at pointers that are very important in our lives. Those things that we can do with, those things that we can actually value ourselves with. Very, very important that I emphasize the fact that you look at making sure that you zoom into those things that you're good with, those things that you are powerful with. And when you zoom into that, what it does, it increases the value towards yourself. And as I've said, worth or value is actually not made by people outside. It must be that you are knowing how much you value or how much important you are and how much key you are. And when you start to do that, you are going to have what we call self-worth. And people with a strong self-worth, they don't undervalue themselves and they don't fail in anything that they do because they are doing things that they know they can. Now, I want to warn you against the mentality of people saying, when you have got strong self-worth, that means you're proud. Because there are people like that thinks that way. That I don't want to be proud, I'm humble, and therefore because somebody confuses humility and decreased or poor self-worth or small self-worth or whatever you may call it. But when somebody's having a very poor self-worth, they always say and think that they are humble. But I want to urge you that it is not pride to value yourself. It's not pride to see yourself as important. And that's very key, that you make sure that you value yourself, because that's the only way people are going to value. Because nobody will value somebody who doesn't value themselves. And that is why I want to emphasize the fact that value yourself. Please make sure that you're not undervaluing yourself. You don't undermining yourself, because you're not going to get anybody who will actually value you. Life is about confidence, and I'm sure you would know that confidence is actually related to self-worth. Confidence is related to knowledge of what you can do and what you cannot do. Confidence is ability to know what are your strengths and your weaknesses. But people of self-worth are those people that hone around their strengths, increase their strengths or accelerate their strengths instead of focusing on their weaknesses and focusing on doing putting their minds on the negative. Because when you start to focus on the weaknesses, then you become negative of yourself and you don't see anything happening in your life. But I want to urge you as a young man that rise up to a level where you know that you are able to value yourself high, rate yourself highly. And when you rate yourself highly, you are able to walk in confidence in situations. And when you've got confidence, remember, you are able to face situations with confidence as well. Whatever challenge that comes to your life, you always have confidence that I will conquer it. And many people have actually disqualified themselves in what they do because they feel like they are not worth it. Some people have disqualified themselves into environments, into some invitations that have been invited to, into some job opportunities that have actually undermined themselves even in meetings where they don't want to speak in meetings because they feel like I'm not worth it and I'm not one to speak here. There are people that are the blue-eyed boys of this life, and therefore they're the ones who are having the right to speak. Now, I want to urge you as a young man, you've got the right to speak anywhere and value yourself that way. Make sure that you're confident enough to speak where you need to speak. Don't be afraid. And that's very important. And I want to emphasize that because if we don't emphasize that, then we're going to miss out to understand that we need to conquer situations and be able to defeat situations in this world. Now, I'm emphasizing this because it is very important for us to know. And as a young man, have strong self-worth. Very, very important. The other thing that I want you to see as resilient people having is self-compassion. People of resilience have got compassion towards themselves. Now, there are some of us who are crucifying ourselves every day. You don't have self-compassion to yourself. You don't have it. And therefore, you are punishing yourself. You're crucifying yourself because you are punishing yourself. You want to go through pains that you don't necessarily need to go through. There are many of you who go through pains that are unnecessary. It's because you are not having self-compassion on yourself. Now, self-care is never a selfish act. And I think there are many people that think when you care for yourself, then you are not passionate or you are not passionate about other people. And that cannot be used actually against each other. So therefore, you cannot think then that it is a selfish act when you take care of yourself. And I must emphasize that people that take care of themselves are the people that are resilient in life. They're people that actually becomes even more stronger. I like this, the safety tips in the aeroplane, in the aircraft. There are safety tips that they are always talking about before leaving or before flying, and that's very important. But I like this part that speaks about in times of emergency when when the pressure is low in the plane, when the pressure is low in the aircraft. I like that statement. What it does, it says there will be an oxygen mask that will drop from the top because the pressure is low. And when the oxygen mask drops, what it says then, it says, please make sure that you put it on your nose first. Make sure that you have the oxygen first before you start helping others, even if you have got a child or a baby. So it says, put the oxygen mask on yourself first so that you can be able to take care of the baby. Because what's the use then when you are going to take care of the whole world as a young man, making sure that everybody is okay while you're not okay? And many people that have actually done that, they've died early in their lives. They've died actually much earlier on in their lives. So therefore, it is very important that you understand that self-care becomes a priority in your life. And as a young man, please take care of yourself. Please make sure that you've got self-care. And when you've got self-care, it will actually make you to be able to be strong, and your shoulders are strong then to carry others. You are able to carry other people's burdens when you are yourself okay and well cared of. So self-care, therefore, is not selfish. It is actually a requirement, and I'm emphasizing it to you as a young man, that it is required, you're required, or it's a requirement for you to take care of yourself. It is simply a good stewardship to do so. And therefore, it is very important that you take care of yourself at all times. It is a gift to do so. Remember, your life is a gift. Remember that taking care of yourself is a gift as well. So please make sure that you take care of yourself and make sure that you are stewarding yourself very well. The gift that you were put on earth to offer to others is there within you. So, but for you, before you actually take care of others, as I've said, take care of yourself. Make sure that you are okay yourself. Make sure that you are actually self-compassionate. You are looking after yourself. You are at a point where you are able yourself to take care of yourself, and then you can take care of other people. Don't take care of the whole world while you have not taken care of yourself. And this is very, very important. And resilient people are those that are able to take care of themselves. They've got self-compassion first, and therefore they are able to become resilient and carry others through and help others through when they've actually helped themselves and they are strong themselves. Very, very key. And I'm emphasizing that because even your mental health, when you're not okay, take care of your mental health yourself first before you even try to counsel others. We have seen people that are quick to counsel others, that are quick to assist others, that are quick to help others with their mental health, while their own mental health is not in place. Very, very important, therefore, that we are to become resilient. If we are to become resilient, we need to have what we call self-compassion, or be able to have what we call self-care. I want to end up here today. Your host, Micornus, Phokane. Thank you very much for listening to us and be part of this great topic. And I hope you've learned out of this, and I hope it has helped you, and you will learn going forward. Before I check out, remember our Facebook page, Micornus, Phokane, and the Facebook page, Young Men Empowerment Forum. So please like those pages and click notification buttons so that you may be notified when we have posted this type of teachings. Remember also that we have got a YouTube channel, and in our YouTube channel, so please subscribe to it. We have posted a lot of advices to you as a young man, and you will learn out of those and make sure that those materials help you and your life and your loved ones as well, and that will help you to become better. And I hope you learned out of this today, and you'll continue becoming better as a young man. Once more, your host, Micornus, Phokane, leader and founder of Young Men Empowerment Forum. Allow me to check out right here and say cheers for now.